So the Inspire Award you
Yeah.
now have implemented, and I think you've got your first one planned, right?
Yes, Larry
So what's going on?
What?
Larry Niven,
Larry Niven,
Ring
big
World.
renowned.
Yes, even I know Larry Niven, and I'm a huge fan of the Ring World series, which was an amazing science fiction series that came out. Even I think I was a kid when it came out.
Wow.
But yeah, he's super cool. And I know I heard he got he was actually part of a government kind of research team or an advisory committee to help kind of predict how technology was going to be used in the future or something. Like, what was it exactly? Like, that's pretty cool.
You're asking me exactly. I don't have exacts, but yes, he was. Okay. I mean, way back in Reagan administration, he was assistant, and I don't want to misspeak, but I feel fairly confident that he's actually been in consulting fairly recently, like within 2017-ish, and therefore.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So,
like basically, he was helping to determine how technology could be weaponized as a threat, and
that was
security.
That was during the Reagan years. Yeah, when we. And you know,
do you see how important artists are?
I know.
And how important
we were making fun. But you see, like, this is where the importance of making that nexus is because I remember when Reagan started talking about, you know, the strategic ballistic something and shooting them out in the sky. And
Star Wars.
I remember everybody making fun of him for it. And now I look back, I'm like, no, that wasn't crazy.
No, it wasn't.
That was not crazy.
I would be surprised if that doesn't even exist already.
There was such a disconnect, right? The arts here and science there. It sounded like it was artsy, fiction-ish, and so it sounded crazy. This is where you have to bring together.
Did you hear? I mean, I'm sure you must have, but the whole. And I mean, it was reported in the New York Times and the Washington Post, so I'm giving it that amount of credibility, about the windmill problems in Texas that were caused by outside hacks. That's some serious technology weaponization, where our very well-being, and I think that's the future of any kind of confrontation and warfare is not going to be ballistics and explosive. It's going to be much more insidious.
Yeah.
So
I didn't hear about the windmill hack, but there was another one where they actually were tampering with the water supply, and they were actually increasing. Like, in other words, there's a certain amount of chlorine, I think it is, that they put in the water so that it kills bacteria and safe to drink. And they multiplied it by 1,000, and it would have killed everybody if that was the drinking supply. And fortunately, the guy, they were hacking it while the guy was staring at the computer. Says, okay, computer's moving without me. Let me sound the alarm. Fortunately.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, this is the whole vortex, the polar vortex in Texas. The windmills froze. Apparently they didn't freeze from the cold. That's what the hack was. It was actually a computer hack that froze the windmills.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. So Larry Niven. Thank you for being there to help.
Yeah.
He's going to get he's the honoree for the first annual Inspire Award. When does that take place, and how do I get a ticket?
You know what? This is the best year ever because you could just come. It's nothing special. Yeah, because it's happening at the Hall of Fame. We're launching the awards at the Hall of Fame, introducing it. And that's just, I think in my heart, it's really about that it has the same level of gravitas, right? Some artists have made that kind of impact and they deserve to be awarded in this special award, like as if we were inducting them into the Hall of Fame. But eventually this will migrate, and we might have to learn how to say honored because we might try to move it to Canada. And so we'll see. But anyway, it will be its own event. I'm gonna run that into the ground. You know that, right?
I'm gonna teach you how to speak Canadian. Don't worry, I'll be there.
I would love
I'll be there.
I can
I got you.
Speak
I got your back.
Okay,
I got your back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Pasta. Pasta.
Pasta. Okay. Yeah. I can't say that. Pasta. Okay. Anyway, it's going to have its own award, and probably will issue more than one award in a year. So because it'll be its own event, and so there'll be awards by category. At least that's the vision. We'll see. But
cool.
But I'm really looking forward to marinating this idea and growing it and seeing the impact it has down the road.
Excellent. That's excellent. I applaud you and I support you and I love it and I can't wait to see moving forward, because here's the challenge.
I'm putting you on notice that you probably are needing to volunteer, but go ahead. Here's the challenge.
The challenge is you want someone to accept the award, so there has to be somebody who's alive.
Yes, that's right.
So a lot of the time,
no dead people coming to the award ceremony.
So
we're not running the Walking Dead convention, so yeah.
Because it's got to do with technology and science, and we want to find who has had a huge impact from the arts, and usually that takes 50 years to realize, holy crap, like look at what Gene Roddenberry has done, like he's changed the world. Look at what Stan Lee has done. He's changed the world, and that takes time for us slow-minded human beings to be able to recognize that, like a few generations.
Yeah.
So that's challenging. So anyone who gets to accept this award alive is a phenomenal specimen of humanity and contribution. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. We'll see how it takes shape, because there were so many other ideas for awards, and the impact isn't always obvious, but it's that we have that opportunity to elevate that voice, and that they're making that contribution. It's a value contribution, and we want to elevate it. So we'll see. I don't know.
So what's coming up in the future with SSPI and with membership and all that? Is there anything that you want people to know about, since you basically run the ship in the membership world? You're our captain. So what's happening?
Yeah,
what's happening?
I do. We have 2 upcoming chapters, right? Canada chapter. We have a SSPI Canada chapter, nascent. SSPI India chapter, nascent. SSPI India is having a webinar next week, Wednesday.
So you're gonna need an ambassador in your Canadian chapter, right?
Totally. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I told you you're going to probably need to volunteer.
I'll think about some names for you.
And one of the things that I'm really good at that you might know about is being super pushy. And so
you?
Yeah.
Never seen that.
Yeah. So if you thought that maybe you were off the hook, I'm just, no.
You're giving me fair warning.
Fair warning. Yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, so we have those 2 chapters upcoming, possibly another couple of chapters. And like I said, there's this new award that's going to take on a life of its own. The Hall of Fame. I want everybody to be there. So you asked how to get a ticket, right? So www.satellitehalloffame.com.
SatelliteHallOfFame.com.
Yes.
Register. Okay.
Register.
SatelliteHallOfFame.com. Gotcha.
Yes.
And what's the date of this glamorous to-do?
Okay. So the Hall of Fame itself, this induction ceremony, in which 50% of the Hall of Fame inductees are women. We are inducting Dr. Gladys West.
Since 50% of the planet. Right? Yeah. Wow.
Dr. Gladys West,
what a concept. What a concept. I've never like as ridiculous as this sounds, I have never heard that ever implemented. We're inducting 50% women because we're half the planet. Wow. Okay. Continue.
I wish that was why. That's not why.
We're
just it just worked out that way. But I'm super happy that it did. Whenever it happens, I'm like I make lots of noise about it. Hey, guess what?
Tell me who's getting inducted, because I want to know all about these people.
Peter DeSelding, who is
Gladys. You said Gladys.
I gotta save Gladys.
Oh, you're saving Gladys. Okay.
Gladys is special, and I'll tell you all the reasons why. So Peter DeSelding, who is the acclaimed space and satellite journalist, is being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Jim Oliver, who is an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, and oh my God, inventor and just extraordinary human being, is being inducted. Kathy Leaders of NASA, who's managing human spaceflight for NASA. I'm probably saying that very imprecisely and should not, but anyway, that's her universe, is being inducted.
Sounds awesome.
And then there's Dr. Gladys West. So
all right.
I'll tell you about Dr. Gladys.
I want to hear about Dr. Gladys.
Dr. Gladys West. We're going to start with that she's a member of my sorority, which is the same sorority as Vice President Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris, yes. I heard about that.
And so I'm super excited. I'm like, what? My sorority's having a moment. So she's being inducted. She is like the hidden figure of the satellite industry. So you saw the movie. Did you see the movie Hidden Figures?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Okay. So those women were on the space side of NASA. Gladys West was on the science, physics, and satellite side of NASA. She is why I don't get lost when I get in the car, because she worked out the calculations that make GPS work.
Wow. Oh my God. That's huge.
Yes, I'm very excited.
GPS is huge. That's in everything.
Everything.
Military, domestic, civic, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like driving around yesterday, wasn't today. I was driving around yesterday. I'm all over the place. I'm like, and Google tells me that there's a restaurant that's somewhere and it did not exist. So I get there and it's like, I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my God.
I tell Google, okay, Google, take me home, please. And, it does. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, not right this minute. Please stop. Okay.
Was that someone asking you to speak at an event?
Google's responding to me saying, okay, Google.
Oh man, you just scared me with technology. It's like I'm gonna get a whole bunch of emails, products directed to me talking about satellites and GPS oriented advertising, because my phone's listening to me now.
Yeah, listening to you.
Talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Dr. Gladys West is one of the founding kind of people behind GPS. That's amazing. Right. That's phenomenal. Huge. Wow. I can't wait to meet Dr. West.
You got to come. 23rd of March, 11 o'clock Eastern.
This month? Like March 2021?
23. March 23, 2021. Yes.
In which state?
Eastern.
Oh, okay. Eastern.
No, we're still not meeting in person, so it's all Zoom.
So
that's why.
Definitely be there.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Exactly. So we're gonna be there, virtually inducting everybody.
March 23rd.
Yes.
I'm writing it down. Okay, I'll be there.
Okay, I gotta tell you more stuff. On the 22nd, which is the day before, we're starting a new thing called Leadership in Turbulent Times. I've been calling it LIT. We're getting lit. And
see, you got jokes.
I got jokes.
What I'm talking about. Yeah.
Leadership in Turbulent Times is when we're doing matchups between Hall of Fame members on the one side and 20 under 35 professionals
Nice.
on the other side, and they get to talk to each other and challenge each other. It's going to be lit.
Old school versus new school. Throwdown.
Throwdown.
I'm there. That's exactly how it should be.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it because
challenge those
the amount of knowledge exchange that can happen through the cross-generational conversation is just amazing, and I'm looking forward to it. And I found out, to my surprise and chagrin, that apparently I'm moderating one of the sessions. Like, oh, so you get your wish. I get to be a little bit more public speaking. So.
Thank you. I appreciate being heard.
There you go.
So any that's a lot. That's a lot coming up. Is there anything coming up further in the future? Because that's right around the corner. Is there anything on the books for SSPI in the next 6 months to year? What's your mission statement for this new decade?
What do we want? The mission is always the same. We want the best people in this industry. We want to explain to people and get the industry to tell itself and articulate the good that we do on the planet, because we do a lot of good on the planet. So that's it. And so
who do you want to join? Who are you looking for in your membership? Like, if there's people who are watching and listening right now that have not joined, who are not members, or who maybe they know people, like, what are you looking for to increase your ranks?
What I'm looking for is anybody who's got a passion for.
I got it.
That's the second time I've done it too.
Well, I'm looking. The Mark Twain. I know. I don't want to be part of a club that would have me as a member. I got it. No, I'm with you. Okay, me and Mark Twain.
Then listen.
So what are you looking for? What are you looking for?
Now that we've got the Inspire Award, you could qualify, Cass. You could.
Okay.
We've got this Inspire Award thing happening now. So now, if you've got a passion for space and satellites and making the world better through that technology, you should join. It's just that simple.
You heard it from the lips of the membership director. Passion for space and technology and satellites. Bring it on in. Good. That's excellent.